He married my sister, now we're living together.
Roommates in law, Tom.
I love when you try to adjust the rhythm based on what you're hearing through the Zoom.
What do you mean?
Like you change you'll go roommates in law because because it's delayed a little bit.
Yeah, it's called being classically trained, Tom.
No, you just gotta power through.
I mean, look, I'm doing what I'm doing. You're getting what you're getting. What do we do? This is our 138th podcast. All of a sudden, you got beef with how I sing roommates in law?
No, but I do want to do a series just like for the next 3 episodes where it's just you singing at the beginning.
I refuse.
You refuse that?
I will refuse that offer. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'll come back with another one soon.
There's a big fat no thanks coming from Bleecker Street.
All right.
Well, look, we're not even roommates though,
or in-laws.
We are, however,
good friends.
Good friends, Tom.
Good friends. Tom is back to being LA Tom.
There he is. I'm never leaving New York again. I'm live, dude, in Bleecker Street Studios.
Yes, you're coming from Holt 45 Studios over here.
Absolutely love it. How's LA treating you? You sound sad. What's the deal?
God damn. No, LA's fine. I'm just back here for a couple days. Just panicking, trying to find my notes here for a second. Wait, before we get into this, we can go back to me being sad in a second.
Okay, great.
I gotta wish you a belated happy birthday.
Oh, I don't even want to hear it.
I mean, don't
give me.
I missed your birthday by 2 weeks.
2 of them, Tom. Actually,
here's the thing.
It's almost exactly 2.
How do you keep track of people's birthdays? Because you don't put your birthday on Facebook.
I keep track of in my mind. If I care enough about
When's my birthday?
I know your birthday. It's July 29th.
Not even close.
Damn it.
I'm like,
it's June 19th.
Oh, you're getting closer.
It's right in there.
You thought my birthday was on Juneteenth?
Shit. No, I didn't.
As a person as white as me could be born on Juneteenth.
You better not.
That would be like the doctors would be like, "Hey, you're gonna want to hold this one in.
We're gonna want to shove this one back
a couple more hours."
This kid's way whiter than we thought he was gonna be. It's June something.
Yeah, it is.
So see, that's what I do. I know when they're around, and then I keep my eyes out.
Yeah, but see, even if I had my eyes peeled, you keep your birthday under wraps like a goddamn witness protection person.
I
don't know what that phrase is.
Well, look, it is the thing. I was just giving y'all shit in the chat today because it seemed like a fun little dig. I take it off of everything. I don't like the whole hey, happy birthday. I feel like after 21, what are you doing?
I mean, yeah, I don't. I'm with you there, but you did make me feel extremely guilty today. So,
I was riding it hard in the chat today. Yeah. Well, that was, but Lizzie and I went and did a little thing, and that was plenty. I get a text from my mom.
Yeah, that's nice.
A couple of my close friends, but then that's
not your good friend Tom, though.
That's all I need.
No,
I wasn't up till 3 a.m. looking at my phone.
It's amazing because we're texting that whole day about the shows in Boston and Austin, and we're texting about other stuff. And it's your birthday the whole time, and I didn't know.
My dang birthday. Well, here's the thing. I did also kind of forget that it was my birthday. Like Lizzie kind of, and this is how I know I'm getting old, Tom. You know when you ask somebody how old they are and they're like, I think I'm 60.
You started doing that?
Oh, I'm 64, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's what you were telling people?
Lizzie and I were up and she was like, oh my God, it's your birthday. And I was kind of like, oh, holy shit. It is my birthday.
Another one.
I know.
I feel like I had one of these.
The years start coming and they don't stop coming, Tom.
Back to the rules and we hit the ground running.
See, now we're cooking. I knew we were on the same page today.
But
yeah, little birthday Tim. I was staying in the smallest hotel room known to man. We already went over this.
Oh yeah,
that's how I spent my birthday, Tom. That was birthday Tim. And what could be described as solitary confinement, honestly.
Dude, you spent your birthday in a jail cell.
Yeah, that was maximum security in there.
That is tough. You were in witness protection, kind of.
Yeah, pretty much. It was brutes. But I mean, it was honestly a nice little bird day. Lizzie and I
Well,
we like to do. Lizzie's the birthday person.
Yeah,
Lizzie
she's a
does
celebration
birthday.
person.
She does it enough for everybody. So I like to keep my shit on the DL.
Yeah, keep it.
And then I
up.
guilt my friends 2 weeks after.
2 weeks later, you did just kind of throw it in there, like, "Hey, dickheads."
It was a fun. I was getting a real giggle out of it, though.
Happy 24th. You're no longer.
Thank
a
you.
young man.
Thank you. I've never looked worse.
I'll buy you a latte in 2 weeks when I'm in New York.
Oh, holy shit.
Yeah, I'll splurge.
All right. I'm going to get an extra shot of espresso in there. Make you really pay for it.
I sometimes say, wait, maybe we've gone over this before and we're repeating stuff now, but I say double shot sometimes. And
I say add an extra shot.
Yeah, that's the right call, because they always do the little smart ass thing of like, well, it comes with 2 shots in it.
Well,
and I'm like,
actually,
what I mean.
Yeah, it's like, just do it. Just do it.
Yeah.
Asshole.
Because they say, well, it comes with 2. Do you want me to add a third? And I'm like, obviously, yes.
Yeah, or it's like, what do you think I'm asking?
Because they always say the second question too. So I'm like, so you did know. You did know what I was asking.
Well, also, they know by the tone they say it in, because it's always condescending. It's
so
never like an informative tone.
No, it's never
like, actually, it's always like, oh, you're new to this.
Hey, moron.
And I'm like, hey, look, I'm not mad at what you do, but you're not going to talk to me like this while you're making my coffee. And
you missed my birthday.
And you don't even know it was my birthday. Actually, one person's like, hey, you know that random number that texted you? That was me. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that just
Thanks, Becca. Yeah.
Dumps your latte on the ground in front of you.
And I will definitely take a free coffee from you as penance. And that will make us even.
All right. Cool.
When is your birthday? June
1st.
June 1st. Oh, that's easy.
Sure.
June 1st. That's in the ticker now, Tom. That's in there. That's in the birthday calendar.
Yeah, it was the night we did Caroline's.
Oh, that's right. Boy, time's really flying, isn't it, Tom? Can you believe it?
You know, someone once said the years start coming and they don't stop coming.
And was that Sublime? Who is that?
Smash Mouth.
Is that Smash Mouth?
It's All Star. Yeah.
Are those different bands?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't fucking know.
I'll tell you what I'm sipping on right now, Timmy, is it's a Topo Chico ranch water. And and let me just say, it's one of the worst beverages I've ever had in my life.
I was about to say, I really can't get behind the name.
So do you know what ranch waters are?
No.
Oh, okay. So
I'm thinking it's like diluted ranch dressing with a little alcohol in it. I'm like, boy, that was a swing and a miss by Topo Chico.
It's Topo Chico meets Hidden Valley.
I know, that was, what the fuck is this crossover? I was like, all right, I guess
not nearly as successful as Doritos Locos Tacos.
Yeah, I was really turned off there for a second.
No, this is like
it's
a Texas thing. Like
drinking
ranch.
my blue cheese White Claw over here.
You would drink a Buffalo White Claw.
I'd give it a shot. I would most certainly give it a shot.
I feel like Mountain Dew is going to have a Buffalo Wild Wings Mountain Dew.
And I will buy 6 of them and taste them.
Yeah, and then you will have a heart attack and die on your 26th birthday.
Brother, let me tell you, my asshole has been in dire straits since the Super Bowl. I mean,
band, by the way.
It is tough sledding over here for Tim Smith's anus.
I'm in the same boat, dude. Super Bowl Sunday, it just doesn't. It's you eat every food that fucks up your butt.
That you shouldn't. And here's what I think I did to myself. You know, I'm eating a lot of cheese dip. Now that slows everything down.
Yeah.
And then I also ate about 200 piping hot chicken wings. And that's just like sitting on my asshole. So I can't get like the cheese out. And then it's like the hottest cheese log on my asshole. Tom, I am not lying to you when I tell you I took my sweatshirt off. I was on the toilet and I was almost in tears. I didn't know what else to do. I was like, maybe if I get a good cry out, I'll feel a little better.
Because your body is like, this is going to be diarrhea. But then the cheese is like,
Plugs it up.
No, it's not.
Because usually with the hot buffalo wings poo, it's right out. It's done.
Yeah.
Comes out, it's hot and spicy, but, you know, we're looking at
3 poops. It's like a lot of poops, but just in the first 6 hours of the day.
But it's coming. At least it's coming out. I'm trying to shit out a literal brick that is the temperature of the sun, Tom. It. I mean, I've really been in bad shape over here. I haven't felt good since the Super Bowl.
Yeah, well, I'm kind of in the same, but I'm not as bad as you here. But I drank a lot of beer on the Super Bowl, and I think beer makes me.
Why are you saying beer?
Beer. I don't know. Well, I'm really emphasizing it. Well, I haven't been drinking beer
a lot
lately.
of beer on the Super Bowl. Are you feeling? Does that feel weird? Pilsner? I don't know. It's just beer.
Yeah, it's just beer. I don't know. I was just now I can't. Now I'm like, well, how do you say that word?
I was drinking a little beer.
Is it 2 syllables? Beer?
Beer.
It's
Oh
beer.
shit! I think it is 2 syllables. Beer. Beer. Burr. Yeah, because one would be burr.
Man, remember how we said this is going to be a hot pod?
Yeah, boy, we really missed the mark on that one.
Oh, well, I mean, you're
to hit
talking
a
to a
ref.
guy who ate chili for 2 months straight, so my butthole is not doing awesome either.
You got to cut that out.
This
You
thing's
got to
a
cut
weapon.
it. You got to cut it out, Tom.
Yeah, it turns out I just also gained 15 pounds, so.
Is this a are you running to the toilet? Is it that every time? The great
no.
Louis C.K. where he said, "How about this? Every shit I take is an emergency."
I'm rocking the emergency shits once in a while.
Mhm.
It's not a lot, but sometimes I'll wake up clenching.
Sure, and then
And
you kind of
that's
have
a
to scamper
scary
over to the
feeling.
bathroom. Yeah,
Because
I wake up, I'm just in pain. I wake up and I'm like, "Oh no, no!"
again,
The next 40 minutes are going to be nothing but pain and regret. You ever do that thing when
what
you
are
were
you doing in
younger?
there? Are you playing games on your phone in there?
Tom, no, I'm telling you, I'm like gripping the side of the toilet and just hanging on for dear life. I'm in so much pain. I'm telling you, it's unnatural pain.
Maybe you should see a doctor.
I think I just need to cut out my cheese and buffalo sauce intake, especially at the same time.
Yeah, you can't be mixing those bad boys up every weekend.
And Tom, you know me, I don't like to seek help from professionals.
You never once have.
I like
to
to figure it out myself. And you want to know something? I rarely do figure it out. But
No.
this, I feel like I got this one nailed.
This one you have nailed. I mean, you will harbor hatred for your friends for 2 weeks when they miss your birthday, but this one you're going to figure out on your own.
I didn't harbor hatred. I harbored hatred for myself because I was like, boy, they don't even like me enough to remember my birthday.
Oh, that's better. That's
What kind
better.
of shit person are you?
That's much healthier. Oh, as long as you're only making yourself feel terrible, then you're doing great. Awesome.
Oh, Tom,
let's move on.
listen to this. Listen to this comeback story. I got. So I had a haircut scheduled Monday after the Super Bowl, midday. I was not in playing shape. Midday Monday.
Not to be sitting in a stranger's chair for 40.
No. So canceled it. Had to cancel. Rescheduled it for the next day. Again, not at my best. I had to cancel again.
Oh, you can't do that.
I did feel bad.
Yeah, that's tough.
Rescheduled for today. Get a text an hour before. They canceled on me.
Yes. Oh my God, that might be our hero of the week right there.
Yeah, I got the text and I was like, "Yeah, well done, well done.
Yeah, I deserve this one.
You got me." All
Did
right,
they
fine.
say, was it a generic text or was it like, "Hey, asshole"?
No, it was the guy, and I think I'd canceled on this guy twice, but he said, "Hey, I'm so sorry, I got to cancel. Have a little plumbing issue at my apartment."
That's a lie.
That's 100%.
I mean, to be fair, you had the same issue going on at your apartment.
Hey, see, now we're cooking.
There we go.
Now we're doing it.
You're like, that was
Now
my
we're doing
excuse.
Dude. And I you know what? I just had to kill him with kindness. You can't even be mad because I know it was just a petty move.
It was, especially on a Friday, he's like, this guy's going to cancel on me.
Mm-hmm.
He did not think you were showing up to that.
And I just said, man, I totally understand. Blah, 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 blah. And then I think he felt bad because then he kept being like, oh, I really hate to do this. Like, we can reschedule tomorrow. What these are the times I have for tomorrow. And I was like, buddy, I'm on a plane tomorrow. I'm just going to have to catch you on the next haircut cycle.
I'm jet setting, dude.
Sorry, brother. I'm going to be on the back row of a JetBlue flight. Boy, that might turn into a JetPoo flight, Tom, honestly, the way I've been feeling.
I don't want to say the name of the airline. Oh,
Never
my
not fun.
God.
But I did kind of like that redemption story from, I believe it's Matthew at Black Rabbit Barbershop.
Shout out, Matthew. Good. I mean, that's just a good, solid little
A little jab.
You jabbed
Little
me
jab.
twice. I'm gonna toss a right hook right back at you.
Yeah, he took the power back, is what he did.
He did.
He said, "Oh, you're gonna cancel on me twice.
Watch this shit.
How about this? Canceled.
He just dunked on you, kind of.
Canceled.
That's awesome. I got pretty good in Portland. So I'm
Portland, Maine.
I'm almost giving myself 0 of the week for this. But not quite. I could probably find a different reason. I'm Portland, Oregon.
Sure, of course.
Me and Kelsey are getting dinner at these like food trucks. My little sister is in town. She's running around somewhere with her boyfriend. He lives there. But we're grabbing dinner before the show. And me and Kelsey are in line, and this guy comes up to me behind me, taps me on my shoulder. He goes, "Hey, are you Tommy?" I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you in town, like doing a show?" And I was like, "Oh my God, yeah." Recognized next to Kelsey. I was like, "This is kind of funny." And I'm like, "Yeah, I am, man. What's her name? Nice to meet you." He goes, I'm one of your sister's friends. She's just fucking with you."
I mean, kind of diabolical by the sister.
I mean, diabolical. It was her boyfriend's idea.
Which sister is this?
It's sister 5. It was her boyfriend's idea, but she was an accomplice.
Have I met Sister 5?
Lizzie, yeah, she's a PA, fake doctor.
Oh boy, yeah, Lizzie, a hell of a move by Lizzie. That's a 10 out of 10.
It was, and
she got him right where it hurt. The ego.
I mean, it was hook, line, and sinker.
Hook, line, and stinker.
There it is. Like out of the blue, in public too. Like,
and it sounded like he played it pretty cool.
Dude, the kid did a great job. He did bail immediately, though. He could have made me embarrass myself way more.
Well,
I mean, I was ready to sign his forehead.
You got to give him credit for not really allowing you to hang yourself like that.
Yeah, that's true.
Hit the bit, and then you got to get out of there.
He goes, I'm with your sister. She's right over there. And I was like, oh, but they all watched it, too. I didn't even know they were there.
Oh, Kelsey was like, thank fucking God, because of that shit. You're paying for the whatever tacos you were getting if that happened.
And then the next day, me and Kelsey are at lunch, and the woman sitting next to us goes, "Are you Kelsey Cook?" She goes, "Yeah, like I follow you on TikTok. I'm a huge fan, whatever." And I'm like looking around. I'm like, well, who's pranking you?
Well, surely this is also a prank. I kind of wish it would have happened again to you, but you wouldn't have bought it. And you're like, all right, yeah, good one, buddy.
Yeah,
Shut the fuck
hilarious.
up.
What are you friends with my cousin who lives here too?
It's like, oh, no. I just actually saw you in Houston when I was videoing. You're like, oh, that's great. Oh, you saw me in Houston?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's
move along, shit mouth. And they're like,
Jesus
okay.
Christ, I'm just trying to eat.
That dude's a fucking prick. Don't meet your heroes, kids.
Man,
Tom, I love that. This is turning into a bit of an alarming trend with you.
Which part?
You've got a few stories that have a similar thread, correct?
Well, no, never like where I've just been fully pranked like this. Wait, why? What's the other one? I feel like you have one loaded up.
Yeah, I thought I did too, but it's straight up not coming to my brain right now.
I'm like,
so I was kind of hoping.
One time someone did recognize me from the pod, and I got way more excited than she did. I kind of embarrassed myself that way, but she did actually recognize me. But then I was like, "Do you want to take a picture or something?"
She was like, yeah, I guess I could get my phone out. My battery's a little low though.
You know what? I already put it on airplane mode. Why don't we just forget it? I'm like,
God damn it. I thought I had a story. When you say something and you're like, well, the story is going to pop up after.
Right. Yeah. I'll throw the accusation out first and then I'll be able to back it up.
Boy, I really did toss that out there and had nothing.
That's all right. I could try to think of something. I mean, I've embarrassed myself plenty.
Yeah, I'll circle back to it, but for now, I'm just going to have to eat this.
I got another 0 nomination.
Lay it on me.
This one's a couple weeks old, so I want to get this out there before I forget. It was back when I was doing that Texas run with Peak.
T-Run.
And shout out Laura Peak. And we're in doing the well, maybe I should not say which show it was. We're doing a show.
Can I say it? You're at the
I'm gonna bleep out what club it was. But we get this local host. And they're nice, and and she
Ruh-roh.
So she goes up there, hosts. It's like kind of a tough set, whatever. It doesn't matter. But then I get up there. It was a fun one. I get off. We're talking. We're watching Peak. She's sitting right there. And then end of the show comes around. Peak wraps up, says goodnight. The crowd's having a great time. Gets off stage. Host is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
And we're like, I'm kind of looking around. I was like, what? She was right here like 5 minutes ago. I don't know. So then I'm kind of like, do you want, I'm like looking back at the sound booth. Like, should I run up there? Like, it's because they're clearly waiting for someone to close out the show. They've got the music still playing. The light is still on. And eventually.
So you think the host thought that just the headliner gets off and that's it? Because that happens.
That's what I was thinking. So then I'm like, she must have run it by the club. So the sound guy gets on and does like all right, but follow us on Instagram. Clearly rattled, clearly just making it up.
Sure.
And wraps it up. And I was like, I don't know where the host went. Whatever, doesn't matter. He gets a DM like 45 minutes later, like, hey, sorry I had to scoot and go pick up some food, but fun show.
Yes. Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait. Hold on. Was she had to have been apologizing for like not being there after the show and being like, hey, thanks for having me. No way. She just said, fuck it. I'm not going up. I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah, no. She didn't really...
No, I mean, like, she had to have thought her responsibility was over, correct?
I mean,
there's just no way.
That's what Laura and I were debating, because she was debating being like, all right, do I like use this as like do I say like, hey,
a teaching moment?
Yeah, exactly. Like, hey, word to the wise, or like,
not a great look.
I said just to ask her if she asked the club. I have a thought that maybe she asked one of the managers, and then there was a lack of communication somewhere. But also, maybe she hadn't hosted at a club before.
I think I have to believe. I have to believe. Because here's the thing. If she's knowing that she has to go back on stage and she's not doing it, she's saying, fuck this, I'm out. And so she's not going to follow up with a DM going, hey, sorry, I just decided to say, fuck you. I actually needed some chicken tenders.
Dude, she also was like, it closed. She's like, sorry, I had to pick up my food before 10. And the show ended at like 9:20. It's like she had plenty of time. I was like, why did you say the time?
Yeah. Also, number 2 in this story is lie better.
Yeah.
You must lie better. Your grandmother a branch just fell out of a tree and hit your grandmother in the head. And you had to go save her. You're not at Wendy's. You went to Wendy's? No, I won't believe that she just decided to bail for some spicy nuggets. I can't.
I gotta follow up with Peak and ask what she responded, because I was saying just ask the question, say, did you let the club know? And she's like, that seems so mean. I'm like, who cares? She already fucked up.
That's not a great. She'll never host there again.
No, like if the club noticed it at all, which they did. There was
if the sound guy's up there having an aneurysm, they definitely fucking noticed. Oh, and here's so she obviously didn't check with Peak.
No,
the club's not going to give her the go ahead.
Yeah, because that's the thing. You don't run that by a club manager, and they're like, "Oh, absolutely, go get your food."
Yeah, sure. God, what? It's 8:40. You got to pick it up by 10. Get out of here. What are you still doing here?
Oh my God. Do you need some gas money too?
Yeah, I mean, holy shit, that Jersey Mike sub is gonna suck if you wait any longer.
Holy shit.
How old was this person?
Too old. She's like, she's
too old.
She's an adult.
Too old. I was hoping she was 18.
No, I would guess like mid-30s.
Nope. Yeah. No. I was really hoping she was going to be 18, and this would be a story that she tells in 10 years going, hey, look, young kid, young buck.
Yeah.
If you're hosting. Also, you got to stick around for the end of the show.
Also, it's so dumb. Like you're meeting a headliner. Like you gotta foster that relationship if you're worth anything.
Hey, my B, dude, had to go get some food. Had to go get some food.
Yeah.
Tom, the club serves food.
They had food. And we were also in a strip mall. There was so much food around us.
Okay, so maybe here's what happened. I'm having a real tough time believing that this person just said fuck it. Maybe here's what happened. So, from the sounds of the story, she turned in what some might consider a stinker.
Well, it was not the best.
It's poo-poo magoo. So maybe, God, I hope so. Maybe she just got so far into her head that she was like, I just got to get out of here. I'm freaking out.
Yeah.
Not an excuse, but
she didn't have that bomb energy after her set, though.
Oh, she came off confident?
It wasn't, yeah.
God damn it.
It was kind of like she's like after my set, she was like, they're fun. And I was like, were they? You know, it was like,
yeah, I had a fun time.
Yeah, it was like, I guess, yeah. I mean, I had fun, but I just
so she came off and what? She was doing the. Did she say anything when she got off? Was she like, oh, I don't know what happened?
Well, when she got, I was coming on. It was just a 3-person show, so I didn't see her immediately after.
Yet. I'm trying to cut this. Does she have kids? Something? Maybe her kid has an allergy?
I hope so. I hope her kid was on his deathbed that night.
Well, the kid's for sure packing his bags after he hears about that set she had. He's going to live with dad now.
I can't get over. Just lie. Just come up with something.
Lie. You must lie. People really, people got to lie more and they have to lie better. Lying is so important in life.
It can help both parties.
I forget what you lie. It's some quote that I saw, but I was like, damn, that's like kind of fucked up, but insanely true. You lie to protect the people you care about.
Wow. It could be that could be used in the darkest senses, though.
Sure, but it's true.
It's just a serial cheater. You're like, well, yeah, you lie to protect the people you love.
But that still rings true.
Sure, I guess. But
hey, look, your boy. I am not a serial cheater.
No. Sorry, I'm not accusing you.
I was about to say, whoa.
Well, yeah.
Is it on my bucket list? Sure. Have I done it? No.
Oh man.
Oh, was that a riff? No, I've already tried it on stage and it went fairly well, so I decided to pepper it on the pod.
I knew. I was like, I think you've also said that in the chat.
You got to test the material, Tom.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I'm right there with.
I don't think it was in the chat. I think we were texting.
Oh yeah, it was just texting. That is funny. Did it work?
Yeah, it worked pretty well.
Oh yeah.
So,
something popped into my head when you said taking off your sweatshirt while you were just peeing out of your butthole earlier.
No, it wasn't Pete. I would be over the moon if I was peeing out of my butthole.
That's what I've been peeing out of my butt.
I was pushing a bowling ball out.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Don't get it twisted, Tom.
No, it sounds like that got twisted.
Oh,
you ever get too hot on a plane? It is one of the more panicky feelings.
Well, that's when the panic attack is right around the corner.
Yeah, and it's like, how have they not cooled it down? It got hot enough on this plane I was on like a week ago where they did like an announcement and they were like, hey, we're really sorry that it's so hot on here. We're trying to cool it down.
Oh, so it was like abnormal because you were texting or you were in the chat or something. I was like, buddy, take off your sweatshirt.
Yeah, no, I had already taken off the sweatshirt.
Big goof?
Well, I fell asleep pre-takeoff as I do.
I just don't understand. I don't understand that. You've got 4 minutes to fall asleep. How do you do that?
I'm out in 2 minutes. I'll give you 2 words. Phoebe Bridgers. She has one album that I listen to when I take naps and when
huge compliment to shout out Phoebe Bridgers.
It'll put you
if you want to fall asleep immediately, toss on this album.
Dude,
toss on her life's work.
I think at this point for me, it's Pavlovian.
Right.
Where like when I hear it, I'm like
sleep time.
Yeah.
I've never been able to fall asleep. And you know me, I'm a sleeper. I can't fall asleep that fast.
Oh yeah, I'm out. I mean, but I also like.
How do you stop the horrible, intrusive thoughts that quickly?
Well, I'm on an edible, so it's kind of all over the place.
Right. Okay.
Sometimes the intrusive thoughts are there, but they're goofier.
Now it's all coming together.
Yeah. I'm like, this lady next to me touched my leg weird. And then that's what I'm thinking about as I'm falling asleep.
And you're like, so I'll fall asleep on her shoulder to get back from her. Get back to her. Get back at her. Come on, Tim.
Jesus Christ. We're there.
Shit.
Come on. Hey,
Shit.
that Buffalo Wild Wing White Claw's hitting you in the head. So I fall asleep and I wake up and I've got hood on. I've got hooded sweatshirt on. And I am like hot.
Roasty toasty, yeah.
I'm like, oh God. I just immediately start hyperventilating. And I'm sitting next to a large woman.
Uh-oh.
She's in my seat. I don't know if we've talked about this already. This happened like 2 weeks ago. No, we didn't.
So she's middle seat?
She's middle seat. And she's like
Can't go fatty middle seat.
She put the armrest up.
Oh, so she could really blob out.
My seatbelt was like in the middle of her back.
See, if you got to be that big, that it has to stay down because it's some form of containment.
That's what I'm like. I feel like it's probably painful, but you also can't just be on my lap.
You got to pour the water in the glass. You can't just pour the water all over the place.
A perfect analogy. I would have loved some water if I'm being honest, because I was hyperventilating and so hot, and I'm in a whole sweatsuit. This is where the sweatsuit really backfires.
God, you're just orbiting this woman sitting right next to you.
Yeah. And my leg that is touching her is like wet.
Yeah, it's like when you fall asleep on a leather couch and you wake up and you have to peel yourself off of it.
And like the sun kind of comes through the windows right at the wrong time. And it's 1,000. You're just in a greenhouse. That's exactly how I felt. And then they make the announcement. They're like, we're sorry it's so hot. And I'm like, okay, it is really hot in here. And I'm trying to take the sweatshirt off.
That's got to calm you down a little bit, though.
It was a little, because I was like, all right, it's not just because I'm having a panic.
I'm not going crazy. Yeah. Now, here's a cue, Tom. So I would assume one of your first things was, let me reach up, make sure this thing is undone all the way, get as much air as I have. But I've done this little number where I get a little roasty toasty, hit the air, whatever. Air's coming out hot.
Oh yeah, no, it was not doing anything. It was just room temperature air.
And
so I go sweatshirt off, but taking a sweatshirt off,
a hoodie especially,
a hoodie on a plane next to a 300-pound human being,
right,
is borderline impossible.
Somebody's getting elbowed in the face.
Dude, it was so bad. And then she's like kind of trying to move over. But at this point, I feel bad for her because her husband is also large and he's on the aisle seat. No. So like she doesn't have, it's not spacious over on her other side either.
No. See, these are people that should be renting cars.
Or just getting 2 seats or 3 seats between the two of them.
Rent a car. Stop putting people through this. Hey, stop putting yourself through this.
I know, that's the thing. Because
rent a Tahoe.
I want to be like if you're over 300 pounds, like just the Delta comfort seats should be cheaper for you or something.
Yeah, because those turn into Delta not so comfy seats.
There it is. Like, I'm not trying to fat shame these people. I know you are.
I am. I'm sorry. Don't even accuse me of fat shaming. Some of my best friends are fat pieces of shit.
I love that Joe List one. I'm not trying. I don't want to make fun of fat people because some of you are fat.
So some of you are in the crowd. But like, you have to have a little awareness of yourself and what you're about to do.
Yeah, it's going to be a bad experience for everyone involved, yourself included, because she's catching my elbow to the face as I'm trying to take this sweatshirt off.
Were you doing this? Okay, so what was your approach to the sweatshirt? Were you grabbing from the back and just yanking it over?
I was nightmare. I was like fighting myself in hockey.
A true nightmare.
I'm pulling the jersey over my own head.
You're halfway through and you're like, I'm getting the shit kicked out of me right now.
Dude, I felt like I was. It also felt like it took about 8 minutes to take it off.
Oh, of course. And then when you finally do pull it off, you look like Leo DiCaprio in The Revenant. You're just like,
my shirt was off too. My shirt came right with it. Yeah,
of course. And then you have to pull that thing back down. Did you do the thing where you were pulling so hard, but it wasn't coming off and your finger slipped and you like punched the seat in front of you?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. It was more so at one point it got stuck like on my neck. So now I'm hot and can't breathe.
and
I'm
stuck. Oh God, Tom.
It's one of the most panicky feelings I've ever felt.
Because you're like, I might be stuck in here forever.
Yeah, and I might this might be how I
This
just
might
die.
be my life now.
I might
Imagine if
there
if like serious turbulence started hitting the plane.
Oh,
what are you
God.
doing then?
I would have yelled. I would have yelled and stood up. I'm like, I need to move. It was so bad.
What was their vibe when you finally emerged from the sweatshirt?
Dude, she hardly ever looked at me.
Yeah, I mean, what's she gonna do?
Well, she also, I mean, a fat person with a neck pillow is so comical.
You're like, no, you do. It's already built in. You don't even need that.
Say it. She had a neck pillow on. I'm like, at this point, your head is immobile. Like, she could not have turned and looked at me.
It morphs into a neck brace for
It's
some
a brace.
reason.
It is a brace at this point. Like,
God, it's abrasive. I'll tell you that.
my God. Delta not so comfy. Oh my God.
No,
So this has just turned into fat shaming. I feel bad, but they got to figure out a solution.
Something has to happen with
We're the
self-awareness.
fattest country on earth. How have the airlines not figured something out?
Self-awareness just has not. Because here's another thing: if you're 6'9", you're gonna have to make accommodations because you're 6'9".
That's true.
It's just what it is.
Yeah.
You don't see little people trying to get on the rides at Disney World and going, "Hey, what the fuck here?" They know what the score
where
is.
Where are you going with this? I think you were like, you don't see little people on planes. I was like, I don't know if that's a thing.
They're not allowed on there. I was like, no, they 100% are. No, but you know what I mean? Like, you just have to plan for what your life is.
Right. Like, you know how big the seats are.
You know how big the seats are.
Yeah.
Hey, if you're going down south and it's 103 degrees, maybe don't pack the jacket. Maybe take off the jacket. You're going to be hot.
Bring some swim trunks.
I just, these people just need to start renting Tahoes.
Just Tahoes only from now on.
Tahoes only, some sort of roomy SUV. Everyone will be more comfy.
Oh,
You're not going to have some sweet young man having a panic attack because he's off his ass, off an edible, trying to escape a hoodie.
It was mostly the temperature. I've taken an edible plenty of times, not had a panic attack.
No panic attacks. I mean, I do feel like overheating is the most common precursor to a big, fat panic attack.
Yeah, when I've fainted before when I got too hot. So then I started getting a little worried about that. But at that point, though, I'm like, I'll faint. Go back to sleep.
Yeah, I kind of love to. Actually, it's a cheat code.
Yeah.
Well, it's like once you get too hot, it's the systems are overheating. So you start hearing that like beep, 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 like in your brain because you're like, something's got to happen here.
Yeah, Death Star's being invaded.
And then you start the whole spiral down into crazy land.
Oh, yeah.
Been there before,
it was bad. It was bad. All right, good. I'm glad that was relatable. Wait, I never finished explaining to you what ranch water was also.
Oh, lay it on me.
Well, it said drink in Texas. It's hilarious that they've just rebranded it, but it's a tequila soda, but it's with Topo Chico, and it's tequila, Topo Chico, and like a lot of lime juice.
Okay, I'm not mad at that. Sounds delicious.
Oh, it's delicious.
Yeah,
I was
sounds
drinking
great.
it all weekend in Austin. So then I get back, I see Topo Chico ranch waters in our grocery store. I'm having a Super Bowl party. I'm like, let me try these guys on for size.
Mm-hmm.
I walk in, my roommate immediately goes, why'd you buy those?
Oh, no. You hate that.
And I was like, God damn it.
You hate that.
I got a 12-pack of them. So
it's such a bummer because you're like, you had the knowledge I needed the whole time.
Yeah.
I just didn't know you had that information stored away in your little brain.
I almost bought White Claws, would have been happy with it.
Sure. You really can't mess with a claw. I will say the hangovers of the claw, pretty big drawback.
Yeah, not good. Can't drink a bunch of them.
Too sweet.
Although I'm getting to a point in my life where I'm like, yeah, the hangovers for everything are pretty bad now.
Tom, I mean, you took the next sentence out of my mouth. I can't do it. Me and my good friend Tucker Brookshire, Tucker, we're having this conversation. We're having this conversation the other day. I think it's a 4 beer maximum now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just off beer.
What are you? You're just full vodka sodas?
I'm like on show nights, like on the road or anything. I'm 2 tequila sodas or 2 gin and sodas, and that's it.
See, I
any more than that, I'll feel bad the next day.
I like a beer And maybe I needed to like lean into the high noons because I like the beer because of the low the low alcohol.
Yeah.
So because I get anxious, so I just sip.
Well, I just switch. I do the tequila sodas or the gin and sodas, or just soda water, lime, and lemon.
That's a move right there.
Because I do the same thing. If I'm holding something, I'm gonna drink the whole thing.
I'm gonna sip it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep for no reason at all.
Yeah.
So if it starts out with a little hard liquor, by show 3, not cute.
Yeah. That's how I switch over to just soda water and
right.
lime and lemon.
That's the move. Here's what I've been doing. No drinks before the first show.
Yeah.
And then I might have 2 beers. I won't drink until the end of the first show.
Yeah.
If I'm hitting the feature button. And then 2 beers before I go up on the second one. And then nothing until the show's over again. And then maybe 1 or 2 more before the third.
There we go.
So max by the end of the third show, 4 beers.
Yeah. I mean, any more than that, it's making the next day suck.
Not worth it. Not worth it. After the Super Bowl, I wasn't even hungover. I was just pooped. But it felt
hungover.
It felt like an alcohol-induced energy suck, but I wasn't like, I didn't have the headache. My tum-tum didn't hurt. I wasn't like, my body didn't hurt. I had no juice. I had no gas.
Was it a long day of drinking though? Like, was it switched out?
No. I didn't start drinking until the game started. And then I ate, I drank water. I was, it's Sunday. I got, you have shit to do.
Yeah, man, we threw a big old backyard party.
Love a backyard party.
Like it felt like college. We played beer pong. It was so fun.
Oh, well, no wonder you were dead to the world.
Yeah, I was pretty hungover.
So did you revert right back to college, Tom? Were you talking shit, calling cups?
You get competitive pretty quick, but
yeah,
but we were playing with some pretty inexperienced pong players, so then it was like it's hard to get to
pong players.
Yeah,
what are these kids, 14?
I don't know. All these California kids, they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just kind of like they're weed guys. They're just weed smokers. They're not really boozers.
Big old potheads. There's a ton of sober people out here. Actually, we were playing water pong half the time.
I mean, that's a nightmare. Yeah. What? What's the point of the game? So you're a Midwest guy. I'm a Southern guy. These are drinking places.
Yeah. It's in our blood. I mean, I forget. Brooks Wheeler.
There is a lot of alcohol in our blood most of the time.
Yeah. It's got an ABV at almost any point. Oh man. What else you got here? What
else did I have here? I had a little something tattooed in here. Let me tell you this. I had a little weird set the other night.
Okay.
I was nervous about the set for some reason. I don't know. Got asked, a little last minute situation. It's one of those things. I don't know why I was nervous.
Okay.
You feeling this at all?
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know why I was nervous. It was like this New York crowd that I don't know very well. It was it's a bunch of 8, 9, 10 New York comics here. The guy that runs it has a very popular podcast. And I was just nervous. I don't know. I couldn't wrap my head around why I was feeling so antsy about this goddamn thing.
Okay. Wait,
and I get up. It's a place called Come On, Everybody.
Okay, I don't know. Never mind. All right.
And I get up and I'll say this. The first 3 or 4 punchlines could be described as a whiff.
Oh, no.
So I'm like, you're doing the math in your head at this point, and you're going, I'm about 90 seconds in.
Yeah.
I got 8.5 more to go, and I'm not doing great right now.
I love just the little minute and a half in check in with yourself. Hey, let's huddle up here for a second.
What are we doing?
Bring it in, guys. Time out.
What do we do? What's going on here? Yeah. So and then it hits about it's going fine there for a second, and then it hits about minute 3, and I'm just cooking.
Oh,
out of nowhere.
Well, what's going on?
I don't know. I have
Something happening
absolutely
in the room.
No idea.
Well, maybe
it's just all of a sudden.
What were the first 2 jokes? I'm like, do those stink?
No, they were. Maybe they were a little. I think I was just nervous.
Yeah.
And then I guess I settled in. I was talking to a buddy of mine after. I was like, what happened there? Why did it all of a sudden start going well? Because I never felt better about what I was doing. It's not like I made some heroic mental thing and I said, you know what, Tim? Give him the business.
Yeah. You didn't do that.
That didn't happen.
So you came out of the huddle with the same energy?
Yeah, I came out. I was like, and break. This is going to still suck. And all of a sudden, but he was like, you never cowered. You never.
You stayed in the pocket.
You stayed right in the pocket, and they finally bent to you. And I was like, okay.
Oh, that's a good friend.
Good friend. And I would say good analysis.
Yeah, very good. Very astute.
Because, brother, I was hitting the panic button.
Yeah, you were
when I got off stage.
Sweatshirt over the head at that point.
For sure.
It's scary.
It was a wild thing, but I haven't felt like nervous like that in a minute.
It's exciting.
So then that shook me.
Don't you kind of like feeling nervous?
Well, it was a different kind of nerve. Like, you always have like the little jitterbugs.
The pregame nerve.
I would describe this as fear.
Okay, yeah, this is not nerves then. You were scared.
I was, I don't know, and I hated the way I felt the whole time.
Oh, that's weird.
It was a bizarre thing, Tom.
Well, I'm proud of you for staying in the pocket. You didn't attack the crowd.
I did a little bit.
Okay, you did a little bit.
No, but it was you've seen my style of attack now. It's in a much more loving way.
It's not, you've also never been the person that's like, this show sucks.
It's fucking blows. Thanks for the invite. It's in a much more like loving kind of goofy way, but I don't know. That one threw me. This is why, stand-up comedy is fun. Because your night might just you might just walk into a tornado sometimes. And you're like, well, I didn't think I was going to feel this way today.
Yeah, sometimes you walk out, you're like, "Duh."
Like, well, that was shit. That was really something.
Ooh, what happened? I blacked out for a second.
That's exactly how I felt. It was a weird one. Yeah, you haven't felt the fear in a little while, Tom?
Oh, I've been there. Lately, I've felt it a lot because I'm trying to put together a little audition set. And then now, the second you have to look at individually all of your jokes, so these all suck.
Like, oh, so these, that one's hacky too. Great.
So it's like, and then also you can't be in the, last night I felt a little bit of the fear because like you're in there running a specific 5 minutes. You're not like allowed to be in the room. You know, you can't like riff on anything.
Well, it sucks because like, you know what you're doing this for, but they don't.
Yeah, exactly.
So like your energy is for this other venue.
Yeah.
That you're hoping to be on, and that might not be the vibe.
It was not at all.
Of whatever bar and grill you're currently in.
Exactly. It's like
everyone's like, he's not even gonna riff on these fajitas coming out right now.
Yeah,
these things are piping hot.
Some guy dies in the front row, and I don't address it,
and you just keep staring straight into camera. Yeah. They're like, why is he wearing a suit?
It's like it sucks because like I'm watching everyone before me bomb with jokes, and then I'm like, great. The only thing that was working is like riffs on the room, crowd work, some jokes, but dirtier jokes. And then I'm going up there with like five clean.
So squeaky. Like, wait till you guys hear about my sisters.
It was just not fun, but kind of the same thing. Although I will say it was like 5 straight minutes of jokes. By the end, they were fully on board because no one had, kind of similar to your story, no one had committed to telling jokes.
To just keeping it in there.
Yeah. It was like the first 2 were kind of like, what? They were like, this guy is not here. He's a robot.
Right. So you stayed in the pocket because you had to. I stayed in the pocket because my brain turned off.
No, but you also had to.
I guess so.
Yeah, that was.
I could have.
You could have really. You really could have really shut down.
I will tell you this, Tom. That had the potential to turn into one of those sets that you think about for years and years to come.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Comeback it was.
The comeback kid is what they call me.
That's people. Word got around.
That's what they were chanting when I got off stage.
Comeback kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna name my album that.
The comeback kid. Yeah. The next one, new in town.
Shout out to our friend John Mulaney.
I had a funny thing happen with this heckler in Raleigh. I had a weird interaction with him on stage. Didn't really think too much. Like, it was one of those things where like he came in hot with something, and the second I addressed it, he just like shut up.
Wait, like he like he had a riff that he just wanted to say?
I think so, but it was definitely a roast. I don't even remember what it was. I wrote down mean heckler, but he wrote he said something about me. And then the second I was like, what was that? He was like, he's like looked around, and I was like, I saw you, dude.
Sucks.
Yeah,
Sucks.
It's such loser energy. Anyway,
I mean, hey, look, anybody listening, if you're gonna do the horrible thing and shout some dog shit out, and the person on stage doesn't hear you, and they say, "What's that?" Have the fucking decency and the balls and or uterus to say it right back at a louder volume.
Now the whole room, the whole show came to a screeching halt.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, wait, what happened?
Like, oh, wait, we have to stop for this coward now?
Yeah. And then I was just like, all right, you really don't want to say it? And he was like, nah. And I was like,
oh, God. Right. Was his girlfriend looking at him like, you piece of shit?
I don't even remember. I was so mad. Because especially it was like a minute left in my set. So I was just trying to like get to the closer and get out.
Oh, no.
So it stunk, whatever. I get to the afterwards, he like beelines it for me and profusely apologizes. And I was just like, this is almost worse.
Worse. Yes.
It's like
because he could have just left and been anonymous.
Yeah, and he was like,
now you have a face.
I'm so sorry. I thought it was funny. And then I still don't even know what he said. And,
I mean,
and at that point, I was so annoyed at him. And then he goes out of nowhere. He goes,
oh, no. I already hate it.
He goes, to be honest, like, when you got on, this guy is panicking. This is a man in full panic. He goes, be honest, when you got on stage, I kind of thought you were going to be like a huge douche. And I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, like, you didn't even strike me as a Tommy. Like, definitely would have like pinned you as a Kyle.
And you're like, this is still a part of the apology, correct?
Yeah. I was like, this is going great.
This is you apologizing. Who's he with? Is he alone? Who's waiting in the wings?
I think he was with friends.
I mean, are they kind of like hovering around looking to see how the interaction's going? Like,
no idea. Didn't really.
Well, you didn't pick up on anything with this guy.
I was so annoyed at him, and I'm trying to sell koozies over here. I'm not really talking to him.
You're like, hey, buddy, buy a koozie or keep it moving.
Yeah, legitimately.
Did he buy a koozie?
No, he got out.
I mean,
he was so
arguably the biggest slight of the night.
Yeah, this was a big zero too.
I would qualify that as a zero.
Well,
he's
like,
got to come up.
So
he's got to purchase a koozie. He's got to hey, look, my bad. Thought I had a funny riff. You were
then
great.
He was like,
I
thought you were going to be a huge douche, by the way. Like, it was like, why are you throwing that in?
Well, no, but here's why that doesn't make sense. If he thought you were going to be a huge douche, he would have heckled at minute 2, not minute 19.
Yeah. I'm like, you just saw me.
So you just saw who I was, and then you still decided to say this dog shit riff?
It was very, very odd energy, and I've been thinking about him once in a while.
I would bet he's been thinking about you as well. None of his friends will text him back. They're all going, well, we can't invite Brett anymore.
No,
he sucks.
See that shit he did last time? Then he apologized afterwards. I mean,
and that made it way worse.
Have a backbone.
Was it this guy wasn't front row? He was kind of in the nothingness of the crowd.
Where second, third row. It was like not too far, but close enough where I could. It was, you know what it was? Is like he's far enough away where he probably felt like I couldn't really see him that well. But
then you fucking
this is an 80-person room. I had him locked right away.
Brutal. Yeah, he freaked out. Little deer in headlight situation.
Yeah, he was like, oh, this isn't a movie. This is a live show.
Well, you know what? Here's the silver lining of this thing, Tom. Maybe a future comedy audience member learned a lesson.
I hope he did.
Because he obviously learned a lesson, a dear lesson, I will say. But everyone in the sphere of that guy also learned, you know what? Maybe I'll just keep my mouth shut.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
I'll DM this guy the next day and be like, hey, I was going to say this. And then you could just ignore that DM and hope his car crashes.
That would have been great. I sure would have loved that, and I would have hoped for that. I would assume his car crashed. I cut his brakes, so it's
Thank Christ. Good, because
wouldn't
I
it be
took his
cool
lug
if you
nuts
knew
off too.
if you knew how to cut brakes. I'd just get under there and just look around.
I think you should keep a guy with you while you're out and about on the road. And if somebody does something in the crowd that displeases you, you just kind of make eye contact with this guy, and then he kind of fucks with their life a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he beats the shit out of him right after.
You know who you could get in contact with was that bouncer from Providence.
Yes, I need to not say his name a million times again on the pod. I had to bleep that out 30 times. After I was like, yeah, he's killed people.
Our boy Ralph over there in Providence.
Yeah, we'll go with Ralph. Yeah, that would be fun to just have a little muscle on the road.
I think more comedians need a little muscle on the road.
Jim Smith's been in there more and more. You want to do that?
What?
You could beat the shit out of some people.
I don't have the energy for it, Tom.
Well, dude,
I don't have the fight in me anymore, Tom.
This would be fun. You're better on stage with this though. I get heckled and I go, hold on 1 second. And then you come on stage and you deal with the heckle.
I just eviscerate some poor guy
Yeah.
and I'm like, all right, let's bring Tom back out.
All right, back to you, Tom. That would be so fun to just have a club has a resident heckler handler.
They're like, oh, Tim's gonna tee off on this guy.
Oh, that'd be Clip City.
That would be HR clips and stuff. But I've been telling you, I'm nicer. That part of me is gone.
But you're still very good at handling that.
Well, no, but I mean, like there have been times,
Yeah,
where
yeah.
your boy
If you go shark eyes.
has maybe pressed a wee tad too hard.
Well,
And it goes from this is fun and funny to now okay, he's ruining this person's life right now.
yeah. Well, sometimes they deserve it. Well, because here's the thing: if it's just fun and funny, those people think that they contributed to the show, which stinks. At least with this loser in Raleigh, at least he's not leaving thinking like, well, that was a great contribution.
Yeah, he's kind of walking out with he's pulling his baseball hat down. He's putting his sunglasses on.
Yeah.
He's getting the hell out of there.
He's like, I kind of embarrassed myself.
God, I want to know what he said.
It was some. So what would have been late in the set? It was something about the joke about hooking up with the cop's girlfriend. It was something in there towards the end. So who knows? It was also in the South. I mean, it could have been racially charged.
It could have been. This is in Tejas?
No, North Carolina.
No, oh, that's right. You just said that. Raleigh. Wait, how did you say Raleigh? Raleigh?
I said Raleigh.
No.
Originally, I said Raleigh.
Right. You fixed that before you went?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Because that would have been, I think people would have really teed off on you on that one.
I think I would have. I asked a couple people there. I was like, how often do people mispronounce it? And they were like, not really ever.
No, not once,
right.
honestly.
Yeah, same.
And you're like, yeah, me neither. My idiot friend does, though, not me.
Yeah.
I would never. Tom, we're at about an hour. I mean, we really had high hopes for this pod, and I honestly don't know if we fulfilled the hopes.
I think it was great.
I think it was okay. It was fun.
I think this one was fun. I think it was a fun one.
Boy, I'm really in my head after that fucking set.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude. Come on.
I don't know. I gotta get Jim Smith.
Jim Smith, and then you need a good set.
I need a good. Well, I'm gonna fix it this weekend, Tom.
Where are you at this weekend? Oh, what a good smooth transition.
Huh? Not bad, right? Gonna be in Houston, Texas all weekend.
Yes, at the Riot.
The Riot and the Secret Group. We're going to be bouncing our fat asses around. I'm with the great Jeff Asmus.
Yes.
It's going to be fun. We're doing 6 or 7 shows in 2 days.
We got Houston people who listen. So you better fucking come on out.
Come on out. See the boys. We're going to have a gay old time. It's going to be fun. Where are you at? 2 months?
This weekend I'm in Seattle and Portland with
That's
Becky
Washington.
Robinson. But it's Robinson if you're in Raleigh.
It's pronounced Robinson, I'm pretty sure.
Even there. All right. And then next week, LA. If you're in LA, we're doing Red Show Blue Show, February 24th.
Red light, green light. Ooh, do you have a hot and juicy secret lineup?
We do. And then I'll be in. I had one more thing I wanted to plug. Fuck.
You're really blowing it this time.
Cincinnati. March 2nd, headlining Go Bananas, and then featuring for Kels Cook 3rd and 4th. And that's it.
Go Nanners, everyone. Tom, go visit Kings Island. Get some Skyline chili. You'll have a great time.
Oh, wait. And Minnesota. Yes, I do need to get Skyline chili. I've had a few people hit me up like, we need to go to. I'm going to shit my pants that weekend.
You will 100% shit your pants. That's almost what the chili's made out of, is other people's diarrhea.
It's so gross. And wait, Minnesota. We got a bunch of Minnesota people. March 10th and 11th. Please come to Sisyphus. Please.
Please, God. Will you fucking go to the show for once? Come on.
All right.
We did it, Tom. Fun pod.
Love you guys.
Hey, toss us a little like on Spotify. Toss us a little share to your friends. If somebody says at the office, "Hey, what are you giggling at?" But like, I'm listening to two real goofballs right now. Have a fun time.
We don't have enough. We don't have as many reviews as we do listeners. So until we do, we will ask you guys to review the pod every week.
Mm-hmm. Every single week.
We got a whole bunch of listeners. Not enough reviews.
Not a lot of people tossing a little review.
So
and I gotta tell you,
it takes 2 seconds.
Love that.
No.
All you gotta do is type in "great pod."
You don't even need to write on Spotify. It's just hit 5 stars.
All you gotta do is hit 5 stars.
Yeah. But you could text a friend, "Great pod."
Mm-hmm. You could even text Joe Rogan and say, "Hey, tell the hires ups."
That would be huge for us.
Couple of boys with some heat on their hands and in their assholes.
Yeah, there it is. And
there it is. All right. Goodbye, everyone.
He married my sister. Now we're living together. We're roommates in